Hey everyone, it's Brooke Grimsley,
Polo Asensio.
and we are talking about the trade deadline.
Are we talking or are we balking?
Oh, we're balking about
We're balking.
wieners and losers,
Wieners
and
and
also what in the
losers.
world that is.
Yeah, what's this? And the next big food chain coming up to Miami. If you want to know where that is, walk about with us. Let's go.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Balk About It Trade Deadline Edition. Dun dun dun. I'm Brooke Grimsley alongside my co-host Polo Asensio, the Cardinals Spanish broadcaster.
Me.
I say dun dun dun, like the dramatic music just falling in, because the Cardinals trade deadline, they were true sellers, Polo.
How about the corniest question after the trade deadline? Oh, you didn't get traded, Brooke. Oh, you didn't get traded, Polo. And then people are like, no, I'm still here. Oh my God. Stop it.
You don't
Please.
like that?
No.
No? Because
Please.
we don't trade away media members? That would be kind of interesting though, right?
Hey, a broadcaster, Ernie. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should know this. He was with the Detroit Tigers. He was traded. Ernie. He's a Hall of Famer.
Like during a season?
Well, he was traded when he was in the minor leagues
Okay.
to the Dodgers, to the Brooklyn Dodgers, because Red Barber got sick. So Branch Rickey traded for a broadcaster. And gave him a chance, and he was in Brooklyn for a couple of years. Then he went to the Tigers. Ernie. Yes. And he got traded. Again, like I said, from minor leagues to big leagues. Ernie Harwell with the Detroit Tigers. Yeah, he got traded.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Ernie Harwell. He got traded. He got traded in the,
So you're
in the
saying
middle
that
of the
it
season.
it can happen.
It has happened before. And I made this question to John Rooney, our broadcaster for many years. You know, he's been with a few teams, and he immediately knew the story. Of course, you know, he's been doing this forever, and he knows a lot of things, and he's very funny. One thing that you don't know about John Rooney, he has a lot of jokes, like
Just on the fly.
just on the fly.
Yeah.
Like he puts me in shame. Like if you think I'm witty and fast with that stuff, John Rooney, he's the man. So, Senor Rooney, much respect. But yeah, our broadcaster got traded again from a AAA team to the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then he went to the Tigers, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. And it's a voice that I think all baseball fans have heard at some point. So yeah, it happens.
It'd be interesting if that was a real thing, if that happened more frequently. Like if we also had no trade lists, like 5 teams, who's your number one team?
To not go there?
Yeah, no trade lists, cannot go there.
Wow, that's a good one. Cannot go there.
I already have mine.
Cannot go there. Cannot go there.
Do you want me to go and say mine?
You know what? I'll say I'll go anywhere. I mean,
Come on. Don't be like,
No,
you're not running for campaign. You don't have to be
hey.
politically correct. You can say it.
I'm in San Luis. I'll go anywhere.
Okay.
You know, like I've been in California. I've been in the Midwest. A team that I wouldn't go. Ay. All right, tell us yours, and then let me see if I can think of one. But because seriously, I don't think of
top
one.
on my list. I would say the A's, but then again, with the transition, it would be kind of cool to go to Vegas.
I was gonna say the A's because
then
that
the
stadium
transition.
is terrible. That
Yes.
stadium is
But
horrible.
then you have the possibility of moving on with them.
And who knows? Maybe I'll be in Vegas.
Mine is going to probably be the Pirates,
The Pirates. Why?
because I feel like you're not broadcasting to as many people currently. I feel like whenever I look at, and they have a beautiful stadium, by the
Hey,
way.
what
PNC
if
Park
the paycheck
beautiful.
is it's a good paycheck?
It's a good paycheck, but I'm just saying, theoretically, if you had to just put your no trade list together, top on that list, mine's going to be the Pirates, just currently in the situation they're in, which I know that they are doing better than
Let
the
me tell you
Cardinals
something.
right now.
Let me tell you something. And recently we talked about this. We heard about this. When I say we, is Polo Asensio, myself, and my partner in the booth, Benji Molina.
Mm-hmm.
And we have heard a couple of things about that new baseball league in Dubai, where the one that Albert Pujols is like a special assistant to the commissioner and things like that.
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple of former players that are going there either as managers, as general managers, and perhaps even playing baseball. I'm not saying Albert is doing it. All I'm saying is Albert is a commissioner there, and they have talked to me about going there to do some stuff.
Starting asking price, because I've seen what
it's
players
Dubai.
are getting there.
It's
soccer.
Dubai. It's
Yeah.
Dubai. I mean, if Kylian Mbappé was gonna get like $600 million a year, how much is Polo worth for you, Mr. Dubai Baseball? So
Starting asking price, 100 million?
I don't
Or
know.
do you go high?
Hey,
and then
just give me like give
negotiate?
me a oil well and a nice house,
God.
a couple Bentleys, and I'll figure out the rest. You know, it should be fun. It should be fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun watching the World Cup in Qatar. It was a lot of fun to see all the stuff they have on that part of the world. But I will be very interested to go and I mean
I'll have to
if
look into
I go
that
to
more.
Dubai, I'll go to Pittsburgh, I go to Oakland, I go to Kansas City, I'll go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I like how you don't have
Hey.
you're doing this in case that any other opportunities
No,
come up.
the
I like how you're saving yourself, and I'm just throwing
the thing-
myself out there to the fire.
for me, I love what I do.
Yes.
I love all my life.
do it anywhere.
I grew up with baseball. I've done it everywhere and
Yeah.
anywhere. Like seriously, I did it in the Mexican League, and trust me, this studio. I mean, it's a nice studio. It's like a mansion compared to what we had to work with in the Mexican League. I know things right now are a little better for broadcasters, and I'm glad. But I'll go anywhere. It's like it's a job. You learn to love and to live in different cities. And if I've learned to love and live in San Luis, I'm not saying it's a bad city at all. It's just something that I never thought about. So I'll go anywhere. Like for real, I'll go anywhere. Yeah.
So nice.
It's
just being so nice.
I told you, I just woke up. You know, this is the polo you get when I wake up.
Most people when they wake up they're cranky, and now
mean-
you're just gonna be you're sunshine and lollipops
no,
and just
sunshine,
happy.
da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, happy go
Yeah.
lucky. I'll go anywhere.
So-
Okay, so you heard it here. He will
Yes.
broadcast even from inside of Emo's Pizza.
Hey, oof. Oh, by the way, Jordan Hicks, safe travels to you, and happy
We have to get
trails.
into that. Yeah. So we'll segue into that because we do have to talk about the Cardinals trade deadline. Sellers, true sellers, seeing a lot of guys go, just going down the
Hey,
list.
they traded Fleck Jaggerty. We
did.
broke it 2 weeks ago.
We did. Yes. That's
and he
true.
looks gorgeous with that orange and black. I cannot wait to see
It's
Jack
so
Flaherty.
weird to see,
I cannot
though.
wait to see Jack Flaherty wearing the whole like the black Baltimore uniform.
Those are
It's
cool.
gonna fit
Yeah.
him perfectly for his persona.
Yeah.
Who he portrays, the Joker, hashtag don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun for him. And as much as I don't like losing people that I talk to on the team, Jack and Paul, the young especially, Cabi Cabrera. I'm happy for them. They're having fun. They're enjoying it.
Getting another
and they're
chance.
saying the right things. And at the end, Jack said, hey, it's good to be in a winning team, and this is what we play for, to compete. And now that I'm in Baltimore, let's compete.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So just a rundown for those who forgot, possibly. Jordan Hicks to Toronto, Jordan Montgomery and Chris Stratton to the Texas Rangers, Jack Flaherty to the Orioles, as you mentioned, and Paul DeYoung to the Blue Jays, also joining Jordan Hicks and Cabrera. What's going on with Toronto wanting all the Cardinals players? It's like Cardinals 2.0 over there.
Hey, that means that you have good players.
That's true.
Right? That means that you have good players that just didn't mesh this season. Things didn't work out for whatever reason. They did not work out, or they are not working out to this point. And other teams are interested. You know, I didn't see, going back to Pittsburgh, I didn't see many Pittsburgh Pirates getting traded. I didn't see many Kansas City Royals getting traded. I mean,
Nope.
one here, one there. But you get, what, 6 players from your roster going elsewhere? That's a head scratcher for a lot of people. I mean, we've been scratching our heads all season.
All season. Yeah, because it's such a weird position for the Cardinals to be in and for Cardinals fans, because you've never really seen this where you're true sellers at this point. It's been I should say it's been a long time since we have last seen this. Probably, would you say maybe even the 90s at some
Were
point?
you even born in the 90s?
I was born in the 90s.
Okay.
Well, I'm a
just saying.
2000s baby. Are you saying I look young? Thank you.
You look like really young.
So you say I look 21. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. You also look 21, Polo.
Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Just like a fresh baby. That's
of
what
course.
you look like.
Show me a 21-year-old with a salt and pepper beard.
Hey, I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've seen all of it.
Hey, not with me though. What are you talking about when you say you've seen all of it?
I've seen 21 years old with like
Oh, okay,
full
okay,
beard.
okay, let's
There's
move
even
on.
some kids in high school,
Got
like
it,
guys
thank
in
you.
high school I've seen with like full beards and stuff like that.
Yeah. I saw a video of a 12-year-old the other day playing baseball. Now she gets it. A 12-year-old playing baseball and he looked like he had a mortgage, a family of 4, and 2 car payments. I mean, there's no way that 12-year-old kid is 12 years old.
Have you heard of some players who are like that actually have to bring around their birth certificate because people want to check it when they face other teams? They want to check it because they don't believe their age. I've heard that with like football players, baseball players, that some of them who just somehow look that much older.
Yeah, no, and then I don't want to go somewhere else before I forget. Shout out to my boys from Tijuana, Mexico, La Liga Municipal de Béisbol de Tijuana, representing Mexico and Williamsport here in the middle of August. So best of luck to you guys. Last time the league that I played, Little League in Tijuana, made it to Williamsport. We got all the way to the final against international final against Japan. Japan beat us. So this time it's time to get it done, boys. So mucha suerte.
Nice. What you said.
I said.
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah. What I said. Yeah, I was like, why? I said it in English. All right. So trades. Let's
Trade
go.
deadline.
Yeah.
So going back to the Cardinals, impressions, takeaways from it. My takeaway is that the Cardinals had to do what they had to do. The season did not go as planned. You hate to see, especially homegrown arms go away with Jack Flaherty, Jordan Hicks. Those are guys that you drafted that have been through your system, have been taught the Cardinals way. You hate to see players go away that you have put so much time into. But with the way that things are going, those were expiring contracts.
They were.
And you had to get something in return.
The only expiring contract that stayed is Drew Verhagen.
Yes.
Other than that, everybody gone.
And you got some decent prospects in return. Some of the names. We were talking about it on the radio show the other day. So you added to some of the all-time greats names list, like the guy from the Netherlands.
Sim
Robertsa.
Yeah, Robertsa. Mamakusa. I mean, I already have the call. So, hey, kid, get up here because we're gonna have some fun.
Okay, then give us an impression. So, Sim, in case he listens, give him like a call that you would do for him.
No.
Come on.
No, I get paid a lot of money to do that.
You're right. Dubai money, right? Dubai money. That's that big chunk of change.
Dubai.
Sim Robertsa. But here's the thing: we were discussing about him. He's very interesting. Netherlands pitcher. He was the Blue Jays' #7 prospect. He was part of that deal, and also Adam Kloffenstein. That deal with Jordan Hicks is what they were able to get back from the Blue Jays. It's interesting because he has said his name so many different ways, even in his own interviews. So there's really no clarification until he does get here and you're able to do the glorious call. There isn't any clarification just yet what his name is.
It's interesting because he doesn't even know who he is. So hopefully we can figure it out when he gets up here. Hopefully he gets up here from the prospects.
It's a small percentage of prospects that actually make it to the majors.
It is. So if you think that there's how many 10 prospects that we got from those trades are going to come up in 2 years and make the Cardinals a contender again, think about it and think again, because how many times that happens that we don't see them. Like we might see them for 1-2 games and then they disappear. So hopefully this happens. The one that I am very interested for many reasons, Carlos Prieto, the Cuban kid.
Yeah.
At 18 years old, he was playing baseball in Cuba. In that league where you have 30, 40, 45, 50-year-old players doing their thing in Cuba, 18 years old, the kid is 24 now. So he's not a little kid. I expect things from him. He's a lefty. He's a really good lefty. Hopefully, maybe even as soon as next season he can be up here. I'm excited about him. And I think the Cardinals look at him and say, you know what? It's redemption time for us. Let's go plug this Cuban kid from their system, and hopefully he can give us some good plays, some good games, some good calls. So I'm excited for him. I mean, it sounds like he is a ball player, a real ball player.
Yeah, so hitting a combined, I think, a 349 at AA and AAA this season. Throws right, bats left. Very intriguing. And I saw some people upset because he's another infielder. So you got Thomas Ajacey and you were able to get Prieto. To me, the more talent, the better. I guess people are just concerned with some of the log jams we've seen this season and being back in that same situation.
Again, we don't know if they're going to get here. Hopefully they do. And when they do, who's going to be up here?
Yeah.
Who is going to be up here? Like
there's
Brandon
no
Donovan
telling.
got hurt. Tommy Edman was hurt 5 days ago or 10, 15 days ago. Taylor Mauter, what's up, Taylor? I mean, you have so many players, and at the end, who's playing?
Yeah.
Who is out there representing your team? So the more the merrier. Remember, there's the minor league system for a reason. There's hundreds of kids playing for a spot on the next level up. I mean, because if you're in single A ball, you cannot be thinking about, I'm going to make the big leagues. Yeah, you can say, one day I'll get there, but you cannot say, I'm going to jump from this game right now, 4 for 4 with 3 home runs and 17 RBIs or whatever, to the big leagues. No, you have to go double A, triple A,
Yes.
and then go up. Very rarely happens that somebody jumps, a step up to get to the big leagues. So take it easy, or as a Nacho Libre said, take it easy. Take it easy, Ramses.
Let me
Take
try.
it
Let me try.
easy.
Take it easy.
No, you need the accent. Like,
Okay.
take it easy, Ramses.
I don't know if I can never roll my R's. You know this. I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah. Well,
Take
yeah.
it.
Well,
I-
no, take it easy, Ramses. Take it easy. Remember, Ramses doesn't like at the party. Do you like that movie, Liam? Yeah, he loves Nacho
Zane,
Libre.
people can't see Zane. Eventually, we'll reveal Zane, but
No,
Zane
no.
says that he loves it.
Maybe
He's
there's
the man
nobody behind
the
the
cameras.
Maybe we are
And then you look
recording
like a
with my
crazy
phone.
person just talking
It's
to
okay.
nobody.
I've looked crazy before. I looked crazy before.
So just to wrap up the thoughts on the trade deadline, Cardinals trade deadline, I know that sometimes you have people with differing opinions, winners or losers. What do you think? I think winners coming out of it. You hate to see the guys go, but expiring contracts anyways. There's no way that you could just let them walk. And it is confusing because you need pitching. You gave away pitching, but I will fully say that they're winners as long as they go and spend money in free agency.
And they will have to.
They have to.
They
right?
will have to. At some level, you will have to bring pitchers.
Like you think a 1, 2, and 3, or how many pitchers do you think that you need?
A lot. I mean, how many times do we go into a season thinking, "Oh, we have 8 starting pitchers this season"? Oh, we have Jack, we have Miles, we have Matt, we have Livy, we have Wainwright, we have all the other kids in the minor leagues. And at the end, we're struggling to find a starter for the next starting game or the next game. So you go. I think you need a solid ace.
Like a bona fide ace? Like somebody who's established
somebody
as an
that
ace.
you know is going to come in and you don't have to worry about him. Knock on wood, injuries happened. Look at Jacob deGrom. But at the same time, look at the Mets, right? They got 2 of the best arms.
Yes.
They are really, really good. Are they $40 million good? I don't know. But you need to go. If I was a GM from a team that it's trying to bounce back, I go and look, at least knock on the door of the best starting pitcher next season, the best one. Say, okay, you fit here, and maybe it's Jordan Montgomery. Maybe he comes back.
You think that there's a likelihood? Because sometimes I know that they try to be nice and say, of course we're going to. And they mentioned that. Ollie Marmol and John Mozeliak, after the trade deadline, mentioned that, they wanted to make sure the door is open for any of those players, Jack Flaherty, Hicks, Montgomery. And Monty actually stayed by his locker and said that, eventually he maybe could see him coming back, that he also left the door open. So it's very interesting comments. And I know that people say that.
At the end, it's like me. You asking me, hey, which team you wouldn't go? Seriously, there's not a team that I don't think I would go. Like even if there's a team like the Cardinals where they don't have a Spanish broadcast, like here when I got here and we built it, like I built a lot, I ran a lot with it, and we at the end we did it all together. I mean, I'll go to Pittsburgh and start something. I'll go to Kansas City and restart whatever they had. I'm not afraid to doing that. So I'm not gonna say, oh, I don't go here, I won't go there. But imagine if you're anybody, ex-player, no, I don't want to be here anymore. I will never come back. That's like, you're shooting yourself.
Yeah,
in the foot
you'll never
because
say that.
Not only that team is listening, but everybody else is listening too. So
Yeah.
Good luck to all of them. Monty, good luck to you. Strat, Jack, Jordan, Cabby, Paul DeYoung. Good luck to all of you guys, and cannot wait to see you guys in the playoffs. And let's see, maybe I'll be wearing a Blue Jays hat or a Baltimore hat or
A hat with like all of them.
Texas
on it.
Rangers. I don't know about the Texas Rangers.
What do you
but,
have against the Texas Rangers?
Nothing. It's just Texas.
You don't like Texas?
I've never been there. Actually, at the
Everything's
airport.
bigger in Texas.
The airport is
including
huge.
those contracts,
The-
according to the Rangers.
The airport is huge, but
Oh my
I do
gosh,
love their
yes.
manager,
Yes.
Bruce Bochy.
Yes.
Bruce Bochy, the only manager among the teams that at the trade deadline were on first place that was not there last season. Every other manager, at least 5 years with that team, Bruce Bochy, future Hall of Famer,
Yes.
First year with the Rangers, and he has them on top of the Astros. That's going to be a nice race.
And then Mike Maddox as their pitching coach.
Mike the Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Claw?
Yeah. It's just very interesting that some of the pitchers they brought in are pitchers that he has familiarity with, the Rangers. Because you bring in Max Scherzer, who had a great debut with the Rangers the other night, and then you also bring in Jordan Montgomery, who has that little bit of familiarity with him.
And Chris Stratton.
So
good luck to them.
Yeah.
Next point.
Next point. So now that brings in winners and losers of the trade deadline.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give some teams. Don't make fun of my handwriting.
No, it's beautiful.
I'm very insecure about it.
I like the smiley face. Or
Do you
the
like this?
crying face.
And then the losers on the back, okay?
No, I saw it, yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? Show
It's
the camera
gorgeous.
my
It's
beautiful
gorgeous.
handwriting.
Look at that. If you want any signs, any graffiti in your store,
Graffiti.
you know, like sales. Like
This one I got nervous.
50%.
And I kind of screwed this up, but
Weimers. Who's Weimers? Or is it Wieners?
it's winners.
Wimmers.
Wieners. Wieners.
Next
Wieners
topic.
and losers.
We're not going to start talking about wieners.
Okay, so winners and losers. I don't know if I need to even explain this. Trade deadline, winners and losers. I'm going to mention some teams. You say if they're a winner or loser, okay?
Mhm.
By holding up my beautiful handwriting. We're going to start with what we were just talking about. Texas Rangers. Winners.
Yeah.
Do you think that they win the World Series? I'm just saying with the moves that they made.
Look, it's everybody against the Braves.
Okay.
Is the
Do you
Bra-
think
is
that
the-
they did enough at the trade deadline to compete against the Braves?
Yes, they did. I mean, when you bring Max Scherzer, that's it. To our rotation, that was already pretty solid.
Yes.
When you bring in pitchers to your rotation to move a guy who was in the All-Star game, last season, maybe even this season, I don't know, I don't remember for sure, Martin Perez. I mean, you need to be a winner.
Yeah.
And like I said, the X factor, the big head club president, Bruce Bochy.
Yes.
If you think I have a big head, Bruce Bochy's head is just a little bigger. 8 and 1/8. This is an 8. He is 8 and 1/8. So big heads unite.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very
What size is
interesting
your
point. What size is my head? I've never thought about that before. I've never measured it. Does it look like a
You look
kid
like
wearing
a 7.5 or something.
7.5?
Yeah.
I've never
You look
had
fine, don't
any
worry, yeah.
issues. I've never thought about it. I do have a big forehead.
You never.
I have a 5 head.
It's like a 5. More like a 7. Excuse me. So
Kick this man off the set now, Zane.
So you never go to the store, to the Cardinals store, and
I never have to think about my hats. I just grab a hat.
Well, try the ones that are closed. Try it.
No.
I'll buy you one.
Okay. All right. As long as you buy it.
Yeah, I will.
That's fine.
Next time
that's
you
fine
come to
with
the
me.
stadium, it's a date. You and
Okay.
I, we go. I get a discount. So
Last point about the Rangers too, and when we're talking about competing, the moves that they made, I know that people keep bringing up too the worry about free agency with the Cardinals and spending money, where you would do the comparison with the Mets and how that didn't work out. The Rangers spent a lot of money this past offseason. It worked out. I know that DeGrom was injured, and so you of course aren't planning for that, but it seems like you should think that at least one of your starting pitchers is going to get injured. It's just likely to happen. But the way that they've been able to still be successful and continue to pivot and rebuild during that whole process, I think says a lot about them.
they had to. When you are competing in the state where the Astros are playing,
Yeah.
you have to. It's like you are not gonna be that second fiddle or that second level resident.
Second tier.
Yeah, second. Yeah, to the Astros.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of money bringing in Marcus Semien, Seager, and then this season. So I think that finally they have a chance to take over.
Okay. Speaking of the Astros, winners or losers at the trade deadline afterwards?
They didn't do much.
Brought in Verlander. Is that not enough for you? That's not enough for you?
I'm not an Astros fan. Next topic.
I'm going to do winners just because of the Verlander situation.
Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna
We're
throw
going to
this
move
in the
on.
trash can.
Miami Marlins. Winners
Miami
or
Marlins.
losers?
What did they do?
Bell and Berger. Jake Berger, by the way, is from St. Louis.
I mean, anytime you bring somebody to your team that's last name is Burger, you're a winner.
You're just going to do it based off that?
Yes.
They
long
needed
as it's
some
le-
hitting. They needed some hitting. I know that Josh Bell numbers aren't eye-popping, but I feel like there's a next level to him. So I'm going to say winners, bringing in Josh Bell and Jake Berger. Shout out to the St. Louisan.
Sounds like a food chain. Burger Bell. Boom.
Ooh.
Think inside the bun.
You can't give out free stuff like that.
Hey, maybe
Somebody's gonna franchise that.
Maybe I'm pitching my move to Miami. Let's go.
Okay.
Imagine Pitbull and I in the same state.
Ooh.
Dale.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. New York Mets, winners or losers after the trade deadline?
Losers, period.
Are they the wieners?
They are the what the hell happened here?
What in the world happened? And they're saying that I think their GM had said something along the lines of it's not exactly a rebuild, but that was like a fire sale. That was a liquidation. It's get everything out of there. How in the world do you fail that miserably, it feels like?
You do. Sometimes you do. You know, and that's the thing. Is like they spent all that money for nothing, and they're gonna keep spending that money for nothing.
But you
because
don't
they
think-
traded
yeah.
the players and they kept most of the contracts.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It just doesn't make any sense. Well, and then now they said it's going to take, what did you say, like 25, 26 to be able to get back to where they at least want to be. So that also, to me, sounds like they should be out of the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes.
Shohei Ohtani. Are we still talking about Shohei Ohtani?
We're still talking about, because guess what? That also leads into the Angels, winners or losers after the trade deadline? Winners.
When you keep the best player in baseball, or one of the best players in baseball, you are a winner. You bring Randall Grichuk, CJ Cron,
Okay.
Lucas Giolito, Reynaldo Lopez. That's winning. That's wanting to win finally. And one thing that people don't think about the Angels, they spent a lot of money over the years. It's not happening. They spend a lot of money with Albert.
And that's the thing.
Josh
Why is it
Hamilton,
not
CJ
working?
Wilson, Anthony Rendon. That's the thing with the big contracts.
Mm-hmm.
They can work or they cannot work. And so far for the Angels, nothing has worked. Even Mike Trout is not working out for the Angels. Yeah, great player, blah, 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 when he's healthy. Over the last 4 years, he's played less than 300 games since 2020. Yeah, 2020 was only 60 games. But he's played less than 300 games over the 20 to 23. And he's making close to what, $40 million?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want that guy on your team. I want him if he's healthy, but if he's going to be breaking down,
And that's the thing with the Angels is you have that track record. You talk about Albert Pujols and then Mike Trout and then Shohei Ohtani. If I'm Shohei, I'm looking at that and I'm saying, I got to get out. Once the season ends, I got to get out. And so that's why I'm going to say losers, because I think, especially with the way that things are still going with them currently, that they still might not be in playoff contention. Did you not see that the other night he was able to hit his 40th home run, 4, I think, scoreless innings from him in that same game, and they still lost. And he was holding back tears, Polo, holding back tears in the dugout.
What?
That man is frustrated and wants to leave.
What?
You should have traded for him, because guess what? Every team
he
would have
was
shelled
crying
out
because
a
he was
lot
hurt.
of talent.
He was having cramps.
Crops.
His
He should have had a banana.
yeah, I've seen that video.
Yes.
So yeah, no, that's why he was almost crying. Shohei, it's all right.
He wasn't thinking about why in the world would they not move me.
No, because he cannot control that. He can
I
control.
think they should have moved him. They should have
He can
moved
control
him.
what he goes next. The Angels cannot tell him what he goes next.
And he's
So if
going
he
to
wants-
walk away, and then you got nothing in return when you could
Hey,
have.
sometimes it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta know when to hold them, know
Yeah.
when to let them go. That's the good old Kenny Rogers. Do you ever have Kenny Rogers chicken?
No,
They didn't have that here in St. Louis or Tennessee.
I don't think so.
No.
Uh-uh.
Do you ever had Kenny Rogers chicken? They had the best chicken.
Kenny Rogers?
Kenny Rogers chicken. The singer. You gotta
yeah,
know
that's what I was about to
when
say.
to hold
Kenny-
him. Know when to fold him. That guy.
He has
There's
a chicken chain.
Well, not anymore. There's even an episode on Seinfeld.
Okay.
Like when you go home
yeah.
to your
To my
fiance
house.
that you just got traded with,
Yes.
we traded families. Actually, I'll show up with chicken. There's an episode in Seinfeld about Kenny Rogers chicken. Kramer goes crazy about Kenny Rogers chicken. First I'm not going to tell you that when I'm dropping Spanish now. There was and it was delicious. It was rotisserie chicken. Like they had all the fixings that you can think of. And like for real, this was like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
Look for it. It was delicious. If you like Costco rotisserie chicken, by the way, Costco, we're still looking for sponsors. See, I even made my own sponsor here. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I want people, before you say what it is,
No, I'm not
I
going to
want
say it.
people to say and think what they think that is.
If you get it, if you're watching on YouTube and if you're listening on iTunes and all that, thank you for listening. But you need to go to the YouTube page and watch this episode. If you tell me what this is, can we get a close up? I don't know if we can get a close up. If you tell me what this is, I have a prize for you.
Do you even know what it is,
Like
Polo?
the first person that tells me what this is, I have a prize for you. Perhaps I'll invite you to a Cardinals game or
Something.
to get some good pizza. Costco has really good pizza too. So, yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a hard time figuring out what it is anyways.
Well, I know what it is. It looks like a lot of things, but there's only one thing.
All right, that's what people need to guess for. We do need to wrap up, but this has been fun. Trade deadline.
It's always fun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's always fun.
Now we'll see what will happen, and we'll see who the Cardinals will have to watch painfully succeed.
Oh, and also
in other places.
Talking about painfully succeed. Congratulations to Mason Wynn, the minor league player of the month of July. So congrats, Mace. Cannot wait. To
We
see you here,
cannot
homie.
wait to see him. He is so talented.
He not only that, because you can be talented, but he's fun.
Yes,
And
fun to watch.
exciting.
Exciting. Yeah.
And I mean, I see it. I have seen him on TV. I spent a lot of time with him just recently. He is that kid you see on TV playing baseball. And if you're in Memphis or around Memphis, go see him. He's that exciting. So
He is.
not only is he a pretty good player, he's a very exciting player. And those players can change the dynamic. They can change a team. They can change an organization. If not, just look at the Reds, what they've done with Eli de la Cruz.
Exactly.
And
Just
the
excitement.
Pirates had it for a little bit
With O'Neal
Cruz. So next season, perhaps we have De La Cruz, and Mace.
That makes it exciting,
Hopefully.
the division.
Hopefully.
Wynn's going to be here soon, and I'm excited to see what he does for the rest of the season. It gives people a reason to, which I know people keep going anyways, but more of a reason to see him, his friendship with Jordan Walker, and Mason's middle name is Blaze. And I love that. Mason Blaze Wynn lives up to his middle name.
Fitting. Just like Marcus Lynn Betts. Mookie Betts.
Yes.
His mom said, I'm gonna name you two names before the B of Betts with an M and an L because one day you're gonna play in the MLB. So
And
true story.
there you go. It worked out.
Things that you didn't know, you need to know, just like the couple you didn't know.
Exactly.
You need it right here. Shout out to Tamar. So
All right. That's Polo. I'm Brooke. Thank you guys for watching Balk About It, and we'll see you again soon.
don't forget.
Don't forget, tell us what that is, please.
Bye.
Please tell us what that is.